Yeah. Okay. So is my screen visible, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, it's visible.
So till this slide we have read last verse number 20 we have read. So we will start from verse number 20. Okay. So this till this slide we have read. So just quickly recap. Few signs were there of the victory on the field of the Kurukshetra. There were earlier, before the starting of Yuddha, also there were signs which were visible on the Yuddha Kshetra. So these were a few signs which is mentioned here. So Krishna's personal presence. Okay. So Krishna was present himself on the side of Pandavas. So hence Pandavas are this is a sign of Pandavas victory. Okay. Second, God is a fortune. Wherever side Krishna is there, God is a fortune will be there on that side. So sea is also there. Okay. Then venue is the Kurukshetra and the holy place. So holy place will favor the holy people. So it is also a sign of victory for the Pandava. Then Hanumanji on the Arjuna's flag, Kapidwaja. Okay. So Kapidwaja was there on the side. So it was also a sign of victory. Symbol of Vishnu. Conchal is a sign symbol of Vishnu. It is indirectly indicated by Brahma, Bhishma, and the Pandavas council. So Vishnu was also present there in the form, symbolic form. Transcendental council names were given to the Pandava's council, Krishna's council. Okay, so that is they are mentioned as Divya also. Okay, so these are the few signs. When Bhishma was blowing the council, it was written that to pacify the Duryodhana. Okay, so Duryodhana was fearful. To pacify Duryodhana, Bhishma council was being blown out. But when Krishna and Arjuna were blowing the council, it was shattering the heart of the Kauravas. Okay, so it was also a sign of victory for Pandavas. Agnidev chariot given to Arjuna, so, which was capable of conquering all the in all the directions. Then shattering of heart of Duryodhana and the armies. Then the council of Pandava was blown. Then it was written that shattered. It shattered the heart of Kauravas. Okay. But Pandava's heart did not shatter because of confidence of taking shelter of Krishna. So these just a few signs which were there. One more sign was the Takta Jivita we have read that they are ready to lay the life for us. Okay. So Duryodhana was saying Takta Jivita, these people are ready to lay their life for us. Okay. So it was also, you can say, a sign of victory for the for, for the Pandavas. Okay. Now let's move to 21, 23. So now the real situation will start. Okay, so till now nothing was happening, only the description of the both army were there. Now the change will happen, now the change will start to happen. Okay, so now Arjuna wanted to see who has come to for fight. Okay, so let's see what Arjuna is saying. Arjuna calls Krishna as Achyutya, infallible. Okay, he never fails in affection for his devotee. So if you read this sloka, it is written Achyutya. Okay, so Krishna is addressed as Achyutya, means he never falls from his position. Okay, Lord Krishna, out of love and causeless mercy, accepted the position of charioteer. Okay, so it is an important point. Lord Krishna accepted the position of a charioteer, like a driver. Okay, so if you see, if you ask any person, okay, will you be my driver? I will be very angry. What you think of me? Huh? You think of me like a driver. Okay, so driver is very humble position. You can say that driver is very humble position in this world. Okay, and Krishna has accepted that position of a charioteer for his devotee. Imagine, Lord, who is the Lord of all the universe. All the universe belong to this person. All the universe, everything in this world belongs to Krishna, and Krishna accepted the position of a charioteer or a driver to for his devotee. So love, such love of Krishna is there for his devotee. Okay, he can accept love as a position of a charioteer. Okay, Lord Krishna takes pleasure in serving his unalloyed devotee. So this was the point I was explaining. Okay, unalloyed pure devotee. If unalloyed pure devotee is there, Krishna can take any position. Krishna can worship the devotee. When his friend, poor Brahmana, came to his to Dwarika. Okay, he came out of his palace and he took him with him, Sudama. He took with him to inside. He started worshipping him. He started washing the legs. Okay, he called his wife to charmer his friend. Okay, so like that the position is there. He can worship even the devotee. So Supreme Lord can worship his devotee, but the thing is, it should be unalloyed pure devotion. If unalloyed pure devotion is there, Krishna can accept any position. So that is what it is written here. He can accept any position. In any position, his supremacy is never challenged. His supremacy is never challenged. Okay, so like that, some people will say that Rameshwaram is there, where Prabhu Ram has worshipped Shivji. Okay, Lord Shiva he worshipped in Rameshwaram. Okay, so some people will argue that Lord Shiva is the Lord, the Supreme Lord, and the Vishnu or the Ram is his servant. Like that, many people can argue, but it is not like that. They can take any position. Lord can take any position for his devotees. Okay, that is the thing. Unalloyed devotion. Unalloyed devotion means, alloy means, what is the meaning of alloy? Chemistry people, the person who have read chemistry will know what is the meaning of alloy. Alloy, what is the meaning of alloy? What question we have? What is unalloyed devotion? Devotee Prabhuji. So first, my question will be, what is the meaning of alloy? If any person corrupt, not corrupt. Alloy means when we mix two type of metal. Okay, so like aluminum and some iron, we mix, we make steel. Okay, so steel can be called as alloy. Okay, two, when we are mixing uh, two metals, it is called alloy. So unalloyed means without mixing, no mixing, means pure. Okay, unalloyed means pure, alloyed means corrupted. You say many people are corrected, impure, they're saying. So unalloyed means pure devotion service, pure devotion service. Okay, so that is called pure devotee of Lord. Arjuna being a pure devotee, so unalloyed pure devotion is there. Arjuna being a pure devotee has no desire to fight, wanted to see how much they, that is the relatives and friends, were bent upon demanding an unwanted war. So he wanted to see who has come for the war. He wanted to see the supporters who wanted to please evil-minded Duryodhana. He wanted to see supporters of Duryodhana and to estimate their strength, not for the peace proposal. He didn't want it for the peace. Okay, so that was the thing. So he wanted to see which people has come to see to fight for the Duryodhana. Okay, so analogy is there in the text 23. If you read the purport written by Srila Prabhupada gives analogy of birds of same flocks fly together. Okay, so the person who has same thinking, they will be they will form one group. Okay, like that, they will be living in one group. Okay, association again. So person who have the similar uh, characteristic, they will be in similar same group, like that. Okay. So now Arjuna is asking Krishna to take the chariot in the middle of two armies. So Lord Krishna is drawing. Lord Krishna is taking the chariot in between the two armies. So now Arjuna will be seeing the two armies clearly. Okay. So let's read what are the things there in this these three, for 24, 25, 26, and 27 sloka. What are the things written? Okay. So in 24, Lord is mentioned as Arjuna is mentioned as Gudakesha. We have read in the last class what is the meaning of Gudakesha. Gudakesha is one who can conquer the sleep. Okay. Arjuna always think of Krishna similarly, devotee. So he was a devotee. He was in the samadhi. So you can read the 24th sloka, you can understand these things. In the 25th sloka, Lord Krishna is mentioned as Rishikesha. We have understand what is the meaning of Rishikesha. Rishikesha means Rishikesha. So Rishikesha means the controller of the senses. Okay, so that is called Rishikesha. Can understand the heart of Arjuna. So he was in the heart of Arjuna. So Krishna is present everywhere in everyone's heart, in the form of Paramatma. He can understand what is there in everyone's heart. So he was also there in the heart of Arjuna. So he know the heart of Arjuna. So, and Arjuna is called as Partha, son of Kunti. Arjuna being friend and son of Kunti agreed to be charioteer. So the names is mentioned there. Now Krishna is saying, Lord Krishna jokingly said, just behold, see with attention. He didn't expect him not to fight being a son of Partha. Okay, so he was not uh, expecting him to that he will be saying that I won't fight. Okay, but Arjuna was seeing now. So in front of Arjuna, so these sloka were just names mentioned. Okay, after that in the 26th sloka, Arjuna is seeing the two armies. So what he can see that all kinds of relatives, friends, and well-wishers has come. Okay, so he can see all the friends, all the relatives, those people only he can see. He can see his grandfathers like Bhishma and Samadatta. He can see teachers like Dronacharya, Kripacharya. Okay. He can see maternal uncle, Mama, like Salya and Sakuni. He can see brothers like Duryodhana, sons like Lakshmana, friends like Aswathama. Okay, so these are the people he can see in the battlefield. Okay, so imagine a situation. Just imagine. Okay, so close your eyes and just imagine that you are in a war. You are going to kill. Okay, you are in a war situation, and you are going to kill. And whom you are going to kill? Just imagine. Close your eye and imagine. Your family members only. Your uncles, your friends, your uh, your relatives with whom you have grown up, with whom you share your childhood. Okay, those people are only there, and you are going to fight with them. You are going to kill them. Okay, so that was the situation in front of Arjuna. Okay, so he was not bewildered because he is seeing all of his relatives only, well-wishers only, sons, friends, brothers, maternal uncles, mamas, fathers, okay, teachers, okay, grandfathers like Bhisma. So he can see all these people. So he is not bewildered. Okay. So Arjuna seeing them all is overwhelmed with compassion and thus so he become compassionate. He become compassion with daya bhav. Okay, daya. So he become compassionate. Okay, by seeing all the people. Okay, so what is happening now? Now the change is started. Okay, so earlier nothing was there. All things were all right. Okay, now after seeing that his relatives are only there in the battlefield, his mind is changing. His mind is having compassion. So section B, we are starting with that. That is Arjuna's lamentation. Okay, so section A was observing the army in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Okay, this chapter name is observing the army in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And section B starts with Arjuna's lamentation. So this chapter's name is also the Arjuna's lamentation, Arjuna Vishad Yoga. So two names are there in this chapter. So let's read from the verse 28 to 46. Arjuna's doubt. So Arjuna's mind, how this battle will finish. Thinking after this war is over, everything will finish. Okay, my family will be finished, my tradition will be finished. He sees that great sin reaction awaiting him if he kills his family member. So killing is a great sin. He is thinking now that killing is a great sin. If I kill, that great sin will happen. Okay, feeling it better to be killed unarmed than to fight, Arjuna, his mind overwhelmed with grief, cast aside his bow and sat down upon his chariot. So now Arjuna's doubt will be reading in this section. Okay, so let's see what is the Arjuna's reaction after seeing his relatives in the battlefield. Okay, so he started trembling. So Arjuna's symptoms, few symptoms has appeared in Arjuna's body. What were the symptoms? Limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up. So situation, when there is a situation Arjuna is in the situation, fearful, like compassionate situation, what to do, what not to do. The sudden change is there in the mind. What happens in that situation? Our mind is thinking what to do, what not to do. Our mouth become dry, our hands start quivering. That's the same situation that Arjuna is having. Okay, so reason, sympathy and compassion, overwhelmed with kindness, foreseeing their imminent death, symptoms not due to the weakness but due to soft-heartedness, a characteristic of the devotee of Lord. So this trembling and all is can be due to weakness also, can be due to soft-heartedness also. So if it can be two types of symptoms. Okay, so it is here, it is explained, body trembling here and the end. It can happen in two things: great spiritual ecstasy Great fear, material conditions. So if you are too much attached to the material condition, then also it can happen, and great fear will happen. Okay, so if these conditions are there, that is due to material conception of life. Okay, and one is great spiritual stasis. So if great spiritual stasis is there, then also you can tremble, your mouth can dry up. If you are too much stress is there, okay, that is called spiritual, okay, which do not cause any fear. Okay, so spiritual stress can be there, material can also be there. So Arjuna is due to fear due to loss of his life, fear due to loss of his relative life. So that is a kind of material attachment. Okay, so this is due to material conception of life. So two things are there. These symptoms can be due to spiritual cause, can be due to material cause. Okay, spiritual cause, when there is excess stress is there, too much happiness is there, that is called ecstasy. So in that condition also this can happen. If you are too much attached materially and some fearful condition happens, then also it can happen. So that is called material conception of life, and one is the spiritual conception. Okay, so these were the symptoms. Okay, further symptoms. Unable to stand any longer, forgetting himself, and mind is reeling. Now his mind is reeling, his mind is moving. Okay. So by Krishna's will, Arjuna's symptoms were happening. So Arjuna's symptoms were happening due to Krishna's will, because Krishna wanted to speak Bhagavad Gita. So these conditions are happening to Arjuna. So he is forgetting himself due to weakness of mind. Excess material attachment is causing the bewilderment conditions. Okay, so this fearful condition has happened. Okay, so now Arjuna's mind is full of doubt. Okay, Arjuna's mind is full of doubt. That should I fight? Should I not fight? And Arjuna will be giving many reasons for not fighting. And here Krishna is mentioned as Keshava. Okay, why Krishna is mentioned as Keshava? Due to he is a killer of Kesi demon. Kesi demon. Okay, so Arjuna's doubt were also like a Kesi demon, like a demon. Okay, so Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Kesi, that Keshava. He's expecting Krishna to resolve his demon-like doubts. Okay? So that's why it is mentioned as Keshava. Symptoms is mentioned here. Limbs is quivering up, mouth is drying up, whole body was trembling, hair on the body standing on the end. So it's is piloerection. That is called piloerection in medical term. Hair on the body is standing on the end. Hands, in the hand, Kandiva's bow was slipping. So perspiration was there. Okay, perspiration. That is the sweat coming out. Skin was burning, and legs unable to stand any longer due to impatience. Okay, so these were the symptoms. Imagine when we are in fearful condition, when we are in those type of condition which Arjuna is having, these type of things are happening to us also. Okay, limbs is quivering, mouth is drying up, whole body is trembling, hair is standing on the end, hand is slipping from the Gandiva is slipping from the hand, skin is burning, leg is unable to stand, unable to bear the weight. Okay, you can see here, Gandiva is slipping, and leg he's sitting, he's not his legs are not able to take up his weight. Okay, can imagine mouth drying up. So this is the situation of Arjuna. Okay, so he can see only cause of misfortune. So he's seeing whatever things is happening in front of me. If yuddha happen, it is only the misfortune. And Arjuna will now give the reasons for not fighting. Okay, so Arjuna is a Kshatriya. And we are living entity. So we are too much attracted to bodily relationship, hoping to be happy. Okay, so this is our condition now. Arjuna was also in the same condition, living entity, that is we and Arjuna. So both are attracted to the bodily relationship, hoping to be happy. So we are making so many bodily relationship to be happy. And when the situation comes, like killing the relatives, okay, killing the relatives which Arjuna was facing, killing the relatives, then he will think no happiness is there in the fight, in the life. Okay, and then he was thinking, he was not willing for the fight. He was not willing for the fight, though he know that opposite side is not in the side of dharma. Okay, they are adharma, they are doing the wrongs. Okay, they are on the adharma side. but he is thinking, I should not kill the relatives, even though they are my relatives. I should not kill the relative. Okay, so imagine a situation like a very close relative is there, and he is doing some very wrong work. Okay, so in that situation, Arjuna is having the same situation. So wrong people are there in the side, but they are the relatives only. Okay. So at last Arjuna says not he is not willing to fight. Like somebody not hungry, not ready to cook. She was giving one analogy is giving. If I am not hungry, I am not going to cook. Okay. So it is not like that other person is also there. He should cook for other person. So Arjuna's dharma is to fight for religion, for the other people. It is not like that for him only he should fight. Okay. So if one analogy is being given, if I am not hungry, I am not going to cook. So if this yuddha is not going to benefit me, it is going in against the benefit. It is doing the wrong to me. So I am not going to fight. This is what Arjuna's reaction is. Okay. So decided to lead a secluded life in the forest. So he says that I will better go to the forest. I will live a secluded life than to fight this battle, than to kill the people in the battle. Okay, so this is what Arjuna is saying. So Arjuna is giving now regions. Okay, so few other names we have already seen the names like Govinda. Krishna is the object of all pleasure for the cows and senses. Go means the senses, go means the cow. Vinda means to give pleasure. Okay, so Krishna is mentioned as Govinda. He is giving pleasure to the cow and senses. Arjuna indicate Krishna should understand what will satisfy his senses. Okay. Then Madhusudana, we have read Madhusudana. Madhusudana case in his this Keshava, all that because he is the killer of these demons. So whenever these names appear, that names appear because uh, Arjuna wanted to give Krishna. Arjuna wanted to take solution from Krishna for his doubt, and the doubts are compared to the demon. So like say Madhusudana, Krishna is the killer of demon Madhu. Arjuna is expecting that Krishna would kill in the his doubts like demons, and also Krishna killed demon Madhu, but Krishna is expecting Arjuna to kill his relative, not the demon. Okay, so it is mentioned here Madhusudana. So Krishna, you have killed the demons, but you are asking me to kill my relatives only. So these are the two analogies which is mentioned in the sloka number 32. Okay, so so in this, if you read purport, it is mentioned that living entity is there. When the living entity is too much attached to the sensual level, to the senses level, he tried to satisfy the senses. He tried to satisfy his senses. Okay, but but it is the wrong way to wrong way of approach to satisfy the senses, because material things cannot satisfy the senses. Our senses will ignite, they will ignite our senses more and more, and they won't satisfy the senses. So what is the best way, what is the better way to satisfy the senses, to satisfy the Lord's desire, whatever Lord say, to satisfy those, and in serving those our senses are engaged in in the serving the Lord, Supreme Lord. And when the senses are engaged in serving the Supreme Lord, then the senses are automatically satisfied. So senses are automatically satisfied. Okay. So that is the thing which is mentioned. Okay. So Arjuna's material calculation. So he was materially calculating. Material calculation means he was trying to satisfy his own senses, unable to share appliances with his family. So if no family members is there, after the fight, if I win also, with whom I will share the appliances, with whom I will enjoy. So he is thinking like that, and he decided not to fight even in the for the exchange of three worlds. Okay, so that is the thing. Spiritual understanding. So these were the material understanding. We are trying to material calculation is to with whom I will enjoy the material world. Devotee ready to accept any opulence Krishna wants. So Krishna is the order supply. Krishna gives his opulence. Whatever Krishna gives, the devotee accepts. Okay. And they do not complain. Do not complain otherwise if Krishna does not desire. So devotee, the spiritual understanding is devotee depends on Krishna for the opulences. Okay. Whatever Krishna gives, the opulences, they are satisfied on that. Okay, and they do not complain otherwise. Oh, that Krishna, you have not given this to me. Krishna, you have not given that to me, because they know that Krishna is the master planner. Okay, so whatever Krishna is planning, that is perfect. We can see only the things which is happening in front of eye. We cannot see the future, but Krishna is the knower of the future. Krishna is the Krishna can see what movement is going to happen in the future. So Krishna is the master planner. Everything which Krishna is doing for the benefit of the devotee. So it is not like that. If devotee cannot see what is happening in front of him, that is not good for him. Okay, that is not good for him. That is actually good for him only, but the devotee cannot see. Okay, that is the spiritual understanding, that they do not complain otherwise if Krishna does not desire. Okay. Arjuna, being a devotee, very kind-hearted, wanted to forgive his relative. So he was thinking, I can forgive his relative. I can go and leave this all the kingdom. I can go to the vana, to the forest. I will live there. I will not fight for anything which is given to me, even for the exchange of the three world. So he was very kind-hearted. He wanted to forget his relative, but Lord tolerates mischief on himself, not for his devotee. Okay, so this is one very important point is there, that Lord tolerates mischief on himself, not for his devotee. Let's take an example to understand this. Okay, so one baby is there. Okay, one kid is there, and one father is there. So one person came and he told something wrong to the father. Okay, okay, father was okay, no problem, he can go. But again, he started speaking. He is a child also, small child. He was started speaking, but this time father cannot tolerate. Okay, so like that. So father can tolerate if any ill words are used against him, but if any ill words are used against his son, he cannot tolerate. Mother cannot tolerate if anything wrong you are saying to the um, uh, to the to the kid. That is same thing happens when Krishna with Krishna also. So Lord tolerate mischief on himself. If you are doing mischief on Krishna, Lord can tolerate, but not for his devotee. If you are doing any mischief on the for the devotees, he cannot tolerate. Okay, so that is the thing. So Lord was determined to punish them. Okay. So first reason Arjuna is giving sinful reaction. So due to compassion, Arjuna was not fighting. So this was the first reason, compassion, the above. Okay. Second thing, Arjuna is giving reason, fearful of sinful reaction. Krishna, if you are killing so many people in this battlefield, okay, won't be it is a sinful reaction. Won't it called a sinful reaction? It is very sinful. Okay, to kill many people in the war. So this like this Arjuna was thinking. Okay, so this was the reason given by Arjuna for not fighting. Then in the purport, Prabhupada explains there are six kinds of aggressor. Okay, six kinds of aggressors are there. So a person who gives poison, a person who sets fire in the house, okay, a person who attacks with deadly weapon to kill, a person who plunders riches, who takes the money and the property of any person, a person who occupies another land, and a person who kidnaps another wife. So these are the six kind of oppression which Shastra mentions. They can be killed as a punishment. Okay, they can be killed as a punishment, and there is no sinful reaction for the killing for these kind of six kind of aggressors. Okay. So Arjuna was thinking of sinful reaction, but there is no actually the sinful reaction. You can see all those things they have done to the Pandava, the Kaurava side they have done to the Pandava. So they can be killed as a punishment, and there is no sinful reaction. Okay. Kaurava did all six kind of aggression on Pandava, hence killing them would not give any sinful reaction. Okay. So Krishna is mentioned as Madhava here. Madhava means husband of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi ka husband. Okay. Arjuna calling Krishna as Madhava indicates that Krishna should not engage Arjuna. That would ultimately bring about misfortune. He should not engage me, Krishna, in such thing which will bring misfortune. That is, you should not engage me in any sinful reaction type of things. Okay. So this is the reasons Arjuna was giving. Okay, for not fighting. That sinful reaction. It will attract sinful reaction. Okay. Next reason Arjuna is giving, destruction of family tradition. Destruction of family tradition. So let's understand why Krishna is saying, Arjuna is saying about that. What Arjuna is saying about the destruction of family tradition. Arjuna see, due to greed, the opposite party is ready to fight and kill each other. Okay, Arjuna understands result of war, that is destruction. He see not no benefit in participating in this sinful activity. So let's understand from here. Destruction of family tradition. So family tradition. So he's saying destruction of family tradition, family destruction of dynasty will happen. Many elders are there in the opposite side, in our side, they will be killed. Okay, and it will cause destruction of the dynasty. It will cause family tradition will be vanquished. Okay, and if family tradition is vanquished, if sanskaras are vanquished in the family, then family will involve in the irreligion, the irreligious thing. Okay, so this was the reason Arjuna was giving. If elders are killed, it will lead to destruction of family tradition, it will destruction of the dynasty, it will lead to the family, the engagement of the religion. Okay. So Varnashrama system. What is the Varnashrama system? There are 4 ashrama. Okay. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Varna, and ashrama are Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. Okay. So what elders, elder members of family. So elder members of family, what is their responsibility? They're responsible for purifying processes in the family from birth to death. Purifying processes means sanskara. Okay, so they're responsible for sanskara in the family. Okay, so elders are responsible for the sanskara or the purificatory process in the family. If elder are dead, then what will happen? So death of elder will stop the purification process. So if elders are dead, then it will stop the purificatory process, the sanskara. Then what will happen? Young members will become irreligious. There is no sanskara to the young members, they will become irreligious. Okay, irreligious. And lose chance for the spiritual salvation. So they will be like out of the devotional path. Okay, so it will lead to the destruction. So Manusmriti. So total 40 samskara are there. 16 are major, like purificatory. These are the purificatory process. Samskara purificatory process. Total 40 samskara are there from birth to death. 16 are major, like Garbhadan sanskar. Okay, before conception, when the father or mother is trying to conceive the baby, that is called Garbhadan sanskara. There is sanskara before that only. Okay. Vanam sanskara at the 3rd month of pregnancy. Many places are still these sanskaras happening. That is very nice to know that many places they are happening. Okay. Simantam sanskara for the protection of mother before the childbirth. Okay. Then Jata Karmam sanskara, like intellectual development of child. Namakaran sanskara, name giving ceremony. Many still happening. Okay. So Niksharamanam sanskara. So means when Niksharamanam, when we are taking the child first time for out of the house, that is called, there is also, that is also a sanskara. Okay. Annaprashanam sanskara. First time we are giving solid food to the baby, that is Annaprashanam sanskara. Okay. Chuda Karanam sanskara means removing the hair, first time removal of the hair, cutting of the hair. Okay. Karna Vedam sanskara means piercing the ear. Okay, male, female, both. That is also a sanskara. Vidya Arambam sanskara. So when the child is starting to write, first time he's writing something. Okay, so child start to write first time. That is called Vidya Arambam sanskara. Okay, so these are the sanskara. Upnayanam sanskara, wearing the sacred thread. Okay, then Vaishartham sanskara, before and after each year of study. Okay, and then 2 important sanskara still. Okay, Kesantam sanskara, first saving of the child. If female is there, then Ritu Shuddhi sanskara, first menstrual cycle. Okay, then these are the sanskara. These are the time of the sanskara. So total major 16 sanskara there. Marriage is also a sanskara. Okay, so we see marriage happening there. That is also like a sanskara. Okay, purificatory process before the marriage. And last is the Antim sanskara. Okay, that is also a sanskara. So birth, before the birth actually, and to the end, there are many sanskara there. That is the purificatory process. If elders are not there, then what will happen? the youngs will become irreligious. So we have read this one. Elders are not there, then death of the elders will stop the purificatory process. Young ones will become irreligious. Then what will happen if young ones become irreligious? When irreligion prominent in the family, then irreligion will be prominent in the family. Okay, then women become polluted. Okay, when there is too much irreligion in the family, no elders are there to look after in the family, then women will become polluted, and this will give rise to unwanted progeny. So unwanted progeny is there, will be there in the family. That is called varna shankara. Okay, and if varna shankara is there, that is like a hellish condition. Okay, so actually these things, all things are leading to the destruction of family tradition. Okay. Women, so when irreligion is there, and then women like children need protection. Women and like children need protection. One important point is there. Okay, women need protection like a child. Okay, many women think that they are like slave in the family. They think like that the society is making this type of mentality in the society, in our in the outside world, that women are slave. If they are if they are being in the family, they are like slave. This narration is being is happening. Okay, but this is not like that. Okay, if they are under husband, then they are like slave. That is the condition they are thinking like, but it is not like that. Okay, child is also under the protection of parents. Are they slave? No, they are not slave. Like women also, women and children both need protection. Okay, because this outside society is not good for women. Okay, if the women are going outside, that is not good for the women. Okay, and they need protection. Okay, like children, and they are not like slave. Like children are not slave, the women are also not slave. Freedom is that there is difference between the love and slavery. Okay, when love is there, protection will be there. Slavery is there, that also protection like something will be there, but in the slavery there won't be any freedom. But if love is there, there will be freedom. Okay, so that is the basic difference between the love and the slavery. So women are not slave in the house. Okay, that is very big narration is happening in the society now, that every woman should work outside. Okay, they should not remain in the home like that. But that is not slavery. Okay, they are under protection uh, uh, of the in the family. Okay, so good population depend on the faithfulness and chastity of women. So women chastity is very important. Faithfulness, chastity, woman can give. If woman is chaste, if woman is faithful to his husband, to the family, then family will be that can lead the family in the right direction. Okay, so that was the destruction of family tradition. We have read these things. Arjuna is fearful of sinful reaction. So Arjuna was thinking, driven by the desire to enjoy the royal happiness. If Arjuna was thinking that others can kill, better to die in the battlefield unarmed than to fight them. Okay, so this was Arjuna's reaction, overwhelmed with the grief. Saintly quality is mentioned in the following sloka about the Arjuna, because Arjuna was a pure devotee, and these are the quality of a soft-hearted person, of a devotee. Okay, soft-heartedness, Arjuna's condition, Arjuna's character. Do not want to kill even for the exchange of free world. Ready to forgive any aggressors also, though there is no reaction in killing them. Consider ill consequences even at the risk of refusing the obligation to fight. Okay, consequences of obligation to protect family tradition and morals. He does not think that I am transcendental, I have no obligation. Arjuna, being saintly, is conscious of moral principles. How he can kill one's relative based on selfish motives. Okay, so these are the few. If you read the purports, you will come across the many characters of the devotee. Okay, so Arjuna was also a pure devotee, so he has those characteristics. So let's summarize the Arjuna's reason for not fighting. First is the compassion, Daya Bhav. So he was compassionate. He was not. He didn't want to slay. Didn't want to kill his family members to the other people who are there in the fighting field. Okay. Enjoyment, lots of enjoyment. He was thinking, if I am killing these people for the kingdom, after winning this war, if I win the kingdom, with whom I will enjoy? with whom I will enjoy. There won't be any family members to enjoy with. Okay, so there is no enjoyment after, even after winning. Second reason. Third reason, destruction of family tradition. So if elders are killed in in this war, then what will happen? Then the irreligion will be prominent in the family. When irreligion is prominent in the family, what will happen? Then women will become prominent, then polluted. Women become polluted. Varna Shankara will happen. Women won't be that much chaste. Okay, Varna Shankara will happen, and this will lead to the destruction of family tradition. Okay, then fear of sinful reaction. Sinful reaction. He was thinking killing of these so many people, killing of the so many people will be killed in this war. It will lead to sinful reaction. Though they were aggressor, he was thinking that it will lead to the sinful reaction. And last, indecision. So this will come in the second chapter. The reason, the fifth reason. Four reasons are in this chapter. Fifth reason is in second chapter 2.6. Indecision. Arjuna does not actually know which is better, conquering the enemy or being conquered by them. So he was in indecision. What to do, what not to do. Should I fight? Should I not fight? Okay. What is dharma? What is the dharma? So he was not able to conclude those things. So he was in indecision. So this was the fifth reason for Arjuna for not fighting. Okay. So there are five reasons: compassion, loss of enjoyment, destruction of family tradition, fear of sinful reaction, and at last, indecision in the second chapter. So these were the five reasons Arjuna mentioned for not fighting. Okay. So we have the same thing. We have learned about the five reasons. Okay. So in this first chapter, we have read about the mainly the reasons for Arjuna not fighting. First part, two parts. We have divided in two sections. First section was observing the army. So Arjuna was observing what is the reaction after observing, what is the reaction of Dhritarashtra, what is the reaction of Duryodhana, what is the reaction of Arjuna. So we have read that. Then after that, Arjuna asked Krishna to bring the chariot in the middle of the field, in the middle of the fighting field, and then he saw that who has come for the fighting. And after seeing, he became overwhelmed and he's giving reasons for not fighting. So this leads to five reasons. Arjuna gives four reasons in this chapter, one reasons in second chapter. Okay. So after that, Krishna will start speaking from the second chapter. So this chapter represent our condition. Arjuna is this first chapter is fully dedicated to our condition. That what is our condition? What is our day-to-day life condition? What is happening to us? What is happening to us in day-to-day life condition? We are also bewildered. We are also in indecision mode. We are also not able to take quite decisions, good decisions. Okay. Though Arjuna was giving shastric reasons for not fighting, Krishna will be giving the reasons for fighting. Okay. So let's see in the from the second chapter. So it is important to understand that Arjuna was also having one benefit. What is that benefit? That benefit was he was having faith, full faith in Krishna. Okay, he was a pure devotee of Krishna. He has full faith in Krishna, and Krishna himself was present in front of Arjuna. Okay, and let's compare it with our condition. Okay, we have the same condition: indecision, compassion. We are also in the indecision mode. We are also bewildered. Okay, we are lacking the faith. Okay, the pure devotion. Okay, so that is the thing which is lacking to us. So Krishna was there in front of Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita is there in front of us. Okay, same condition. Only thing is which is missing from our side, not from any other side. Our side. So we are missing the faith. So we don't have the faith. Unless and until we have the faith, we won't be able to understand. Okay, so that is the difference between us and Arjuna. Arjuna's condition is same. So this chapter is fully dedicated just to show us that our condition and Arjuna's condition is same. Okay, but Arjuna was fully dedicated. Arjuna was having no fear of the even the great war because of Krishna, because he was devotee of Krishna, and Krishna was himself present in front of him. Okay, so that is the difference between us, and we need to understand that this is our condition today. And let's see what Krishna gives reasons and what Krishna, how Krishna describes from the second chapter, and we'll try to understand how it relates to our life. Okay, so this is one Lotha Yogan. Can you please show the screen of reasons for Arjuna to not fight? Okay. So I'm very happy people are making notes. Okay. Very happy. So try to make notes from the purpose also. Actually, these are notes only. Okay. But not the full notes. Purposefully, I'm not uh, telling you all those things so that you can uh, yes, so that you read the chapter. Okay, try to assimilate that from the chapter, try to read the chapter. So now from today you have time till Saturday. Okay, small, actually the chapter one is not too much big, very small chapter, no, not too much philosophy is there, very easy and very nice to understand. After class you can read the chapter, try to do the quizzes. Okay, and you have already taken the sankalpa that this is a determination I have. I want to change my life. I want to apply the teachings of Bhagavad Gita in my life. Okay, so these 5 days are there in front of you. You should finish this chapter, and you should quickly finish the chapter, and then do the quizzes. Keep chanting every day. You should chant at least one round. The minimum is one round. Actually, you can go to the 16 round also. Many people are there from the second, from the fourth, fifth chapter. They start doing the 16 round also. Okay, so so many people are there like that. So, but minimum criteria for level 2 is one round. So at least you can do. You should do one round. And classes. Morning Bhagavatam classes will be there. Prabhuji will be taking. You should attend the Bhagavatam classes, okay? And you should engage yourself in try to engage yourself in the more and more devotional services, okay? If you want any online devotional services, you can ask Mataji. If there is any service, he can provide you. If local temple is there in front of you, you can go to the local temple. You can do some services. Okay, try to engage yourself in some little devotional service. Okay, because we are doing too much work for our body, we are not doing any work for our soul. How can we engage ourselves? How can we elevate ourselves to the soul level? Okay, unless and until we are doing work for the soul. So try to do something for the soul also. Associate with the devotee, associate with the devotee, do the chanting. Okay, regularly do the chanting, regularly read the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, at least in 7 days you try to finish, then do the quizzes. Okay, so this is what from my side in chapter 1. I will expect some question from your side after reading, because first time you will be reading, you will be getting many questions. I expect some intelligent, because Prabhupada says that only intelligent people ask questions. So I expect that many of you will be asking, okay, questions. Okay, so that is what my expectation from your side. Okay. So is any question is there, or we can have question after reading. Okay, if you read you will get question, then we'll try to solve those questions. Okay, so that will be there. Attendance is there, attendance form is there. You can quickly go through the attendance form and quickly finish the attendance part. Okay, those who have not finished, try to make notes while you are reading. Okay, try to read. Next time we will take the question from the chapter 1 after the class is over. Second chapter part 1 class is over, we'll take the questions. Okay, so Hare Krishna.
Hare
I'll just
Krishna, Prabhuji.
yes Mataji, anything?
Hare